Hello. There we go. I I forgot to turn on my mic. Or I forgot to send the phantom power to my mic because recently I haven't been shutting down my computer because I stream every day, but I was like, you know what? I'm not streaming until later tomorrow. I'll shut my computer off. I think that's healthy for the computer, and so I did. And then I forgot to turn my phantom power back on. Hello everyone. Tokimori, hello. 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 I've almost successfully finished the homework that I need to get done today. I have about like 20-30 minutes left, and I think I'll just do it before bed. So, I think it was a success. My work day was kind of a success, I think. Tokimori, hello. Tokyo koite ga todokete. Cosmia no Tokimori a o i da yo. Hi guys. I'm your favorite Fennec Fox girl, Aoi Tokimori from Cosmia. Girl next door. What? I'm your favorite Fennec Fox girl next door. Have I been forgetting that? Have I been forgetting that part of my intro? I literally... Okay, I don't know my own... I clearly don't know my... I clearly do not know my own intro. Anyway, welcome back. Long time no see. It's been so long since I've been able to catch one of your streams. Oh my goodness, is this like the time? Is this the prime? Is this the time that I should be streaming at? Did I last stream? I said next door, or I said it not next door. It's been a week since I last heard that intro. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I swear I did it. I've done it. I've done it. Oh, unless you mean like last. Unless you consider Saturday the end of the week. Is it late for you? Yeah, it's midnight for me. Oh, yes. You know, did I said next door? I've said next door. Okay, that's good. That's good. Cause like I don't know if I'm your. I don't know. There are a lot of Fennec Fox girls. I think maybe. Well, maybe not a lot, but there are some Fennec Fox girls in the VTuber community. So I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna say I'm your favorite, but I will say that I'm your favorite Fennec. I hope I can read Reddit stories today. Yeah, wait. Oops. I literally don't. Anyway, guys. Today we are reading Reddit stories before I go to bed. Or at least go lay down. So that is it's exciting. I'm excited. I love Reddit stories. We're settling in for the tea tonight. You are my favorite. Aw, you're my favorite. Aw. Okay, it felt like I made you say that, but なんか言わせた感あるな。まあでも, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So today I've made a warm cocktail that consists of cream, liquor, hot water, and cocoa powder, and vodka, because it's like a fake White Russian, because I don't have Kahlua, because I believe what is it? I believe a White Russian. It's not even a White Russian. It literally has like it's like a pretend White Russian, because I don't have Kahlua, and I don't have like I actually used the last of my milk today. I think to make a White Russian you need Kahlua, vodka, and milk. And I don't have Kahlua or milk, so I made something else. I made something that resembles a something. I don't know. It's not even a White Russian. It's something. It's an original cocktail. It's an original Aoi Tokimori cocktail. I'm sure I remember how to English. It's only your first language. I stuttered at least like 3 times when I read that comment, so I don't know. We'll see. Think you're my favorite Fennec Fox. Aw, thanks. The timekeeper jury, yes, we are here. White Russian at home. White Fox, ooh. I guess it's like a dusty fox because it's got cocoa powder in it. Not a White Russian. A White Russian. Okay, guys, let's read some Reddit stories, shall we? Coco, hello, welcome in. All right. Let's see. I don't know if this is the time that I should be streaming at. Like, I could definitely like stream later in the day. It's nothing is technically stopping me from streaming later. Maybe earlier, because like either I'm not up, or I'm out, or like, you know, doing stuff. But nothing is technically stopping me from streaming later. Like, I could always stream later if this is like a better time slot for people. Kokomori, Kokomori irashai. 来てくれてありがとう. With your eep. That is true. I mean, I wouldn't be able... Well, depending on the time frame. Yeah, my eep. I mean, on the days that I need to be asleep early, I would not do it at this time. But... Actually, no, I have to be up early tomorrow. I have to be up early tomorrow, but I mean, that's okay. I only have stuff to do in the morning, and then I can come back home and sleep, so... They say consistency is good for growth. That's true. That's true. I haven't really been consistent with stream times this week. It was all like 6 p.m. the first week I did this, and then it kind of dropped off of that, so... Confirmation bias, that's true. That's true. Anyone who is watching me right now would probably say, yeah, you should do it this time. That's true. Anyone who comes to my regular... Everyone who comes to my regular 6 p.m. streams are probably like, no, we like this time. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Please notice non-existent sleep schedule. It's okay, mine's non-existent too. We can be non-existent together. Anyway, let's read some Reddit stories. Alright. First Reddit story of the day. I'm just going down. Like, I don't go looking. I know a lot of podcasts, like, they find really juicy ones, but that's for later me to edit into a VOD, which I say I'll do, but I probably won't. I love when you stream, period. Aw. Your CT streaming times have been super good for me because I can work my sleep around it. Oh no, that will clash my stuff that happens during the day. Yay! Okay, wait, actually, I'm glad. I'm very glad to hear that. I thought that it does that not, like, involve you being up at, like, a crazy time of the night? I mean, like, if it works for you, it works for you, and I'm glad, but... okay, I have to add the... Can I type asshole in the comments? I probably can, right? YouTube's not that crazy, right? Would they be the asshole? Looks like I'm the streamer. Okay, yes, I can. Alright, timekeeper judges, let's see. I still sleep earlier, get up for Aoi. Oh, okay. I mean, if it works, it works. Alright, this one says, would I be the asshole if I stopped paying for her video games? Me and my girlfriend are huge gamers, to the point it's honestly all we do in our downtime. I recently got a PC, so after I saved up a few paychecks, I've been buying us both games so we could play together. Every night, we trade on who picks the game we play, so I'll pick, then she will. It saves us headaches and we get 2 skips each, so if we don't want to play that game, we can skip it. That sounds like a good system. The games I've been enjoying and knew I'd enjoy, aka Minecraft, Raft, The Forest. Okay. She just doesn't like. And then, the punctuation in this one. She just doesn't like, and then will get upset with me later on for not picking up on it. Uh-oh. She'll play it with me for about a week, and then all of a sudden, she dies or something. And that's the tipping point. Okay, hold on. Woo! I feel like last time we did this stream, we had another one with, like, crazy writing, too. I've decided if she is gonna keep yelling at me for picking the game I bought and want to play, then I'll just not buy her games anymore and buy them for myself instead. Ooh! Her favorite games are Terraria, Pressure, Roblox, and Overwatch. Personally, I hate Overwatch. 1, not 2. Okay. We play her games, no problems. This is something for all the gamers in the chat. I don't even know what this means. We play her games, no problems. I'll play anything. I just more or less want to spend time with her. I hate being yelled at and I hate conflict, so half the time we will switch off my games to play what she wants. And when I do stand my ground and say, no, I don't want to play that game on my night to pick, then she'll just get upset and end up not playing anything. I'd say no. I would say no, not the asshole, but, like, I feel like that's not the way to go about it. Like, that's not really what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna give her a punishment about, like, playing that relates to playing, not punishment, but if you want her to get the point that you don't like when she yells at you, like, don't play games with her. Don't play games with her, period. Like, I don't think it's about, like, the money. And yeah, talk. Obviously talk. I feel like the talking about this is, like, the daizente, nanti-no. It's like the obvious. Like, you need to talk to her. That's the first step. But, like, if you are going to give her, like, a problem, because what he's trying to do here is, like, he's trying to give her some sort of punishment. Like he's trying to take something away. This is negative reinforcement. he's trying to take something away in order to send a message. When in fact he should probably talk first. But if he really wanted to send a message to her by doing something, he should just stop playing games with her. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, the thing about am I the asshole thingies, the thing about the thing about these, like, relationship issues is always, like, you just need to talk more. You just need to, like, you just need to have a talk, you know? Yeah, communication issues. And I mean, you know what? It sounds like she wants things her own way. And, you know, I get it. You know, like, I like to do what I want to do as well. Especially, like, within, I don't know, like, with friends, I think I'm pretty lenient. Like, I will do whatever my friends want me to do. I will do, like, if they want to go freaking hiking, even if they want me to go hiking, I will think about it and I'll be like, yeah, I mean, hiking's not my favorite, but, you know, I'll go. Or, like, you know, they want to do something, like, artsy. That, like, did I want to make clay that one night? Like, no. But my friends were like, whoa, I think it'd be so fun if we did crafts and drank hot wine or whatever. And I was like, this is very far out of my comfort zone and my interest. But you know what? Honestly, sure. But I will, like, admit that I think that if it was, like, an everyday, like, everyday, like, let's play games together sort of event, like, and it was, like, I don't know, like, an SO or something, like, yeah, maybe in my mind, because I'm always sort of, like, bending. I feel like I'm always sort of bending for other people, and I feel like, so in a relationship, I feel like I'd probably be a little bit more like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But, I don't know, but there's obviously a line. Like, you need to, like, recognize that, like, your partner's also making sacrifices, right, for you? You know, like, he doesn't want to play her games, but he's, like, sucking it up, according to his account of the story, you know? Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good system. Sounds like they need to stop playing games together. Like, they can both enjoy games and not have to play together, I feel like. If you just don't enjoy the same games, like, do you really have to play together? Like, can't you just, like, I don't know, can you find something else to do together? Is my question. Like, you can both enjoy video games and not enjoy the same video games. Like, it's, yeah, you can play games separately. They're clearly they don't enjoy, she doesn't enjoy playing games. Like, she doesn't enjoy playing the games that he wants to play, so. Is there a refractory period on doing so? Yeah, I don't know, like, I think, and obviously you don't have to do everything together, right? So, you want to play Fortnite and watch Star Wars? Oh, his friends one day. I would. If my friends were like, oh my god, we're having a Star Wars watch party tonight, or like, oh my god, we're playing Fortnite tonight, I'd be like, okay, I can do it. If anything, I feel like those are tame. Like, one time my friends were like, do you want to go axe throwing? And I was like, no. Like, they're... The only times I've said no to my friends, like, I don't want to do that, is like, do you want to go axe throwing and do you want to go shoot guns? Were my two, like, I don't know, I'm going to draw the line. And for me, it's just because, like, it's more just like a comfortability thing. I don't know. Yeah, the same genre as thing. Yeah, and that's okay. Also, I did not drink my freaking white Dusty Fox Russian. So KP, everyone. Ooh, that's warm and good. Okay. All the relationship ones can be solved by talking. Yeah, the last one, I think there was like, yeah, there was a lot of, yeah, I mean, like, that's, I feel like that happens like a lot. You're like, have you considered speaking to each other? They could, yeah, yeah, I mean, they could watch a movie. Maybe they're not into the same movies, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's something. She doesn't like the games but wants to spend time with her. Yeah, so like, figure out something else to do together. Freaking cook dinner together or something. No. Axe throwing, yeah, I'm not an axe thrower. Like, I rule out things that I consider to be like dangerous or painful for me. Like, axe throwing, I know that like it's like quote unquote like it's like safe or whatever, but when I was told about axe throwing, someone was like, I mean, there's a really tiny chance the axe could like fly back at you, and I was like, no, I don't want to take that chance. Like, there are some things in this world that I'm like, no. And like for the gun thing, like I'm just a little bit scared to shoot a gun, just in my like my comfortability levels are just I will watch. I ended up going to gun range. I ended up going to gun range with my friends because one of my friends wanted to shoot guns again. They were visiting from Japan. She really wanted to shoot a gun. And she wanted to shoot a gun, and then she wanted to shoot a gun again. And so the second time I went, and lo and behold, I forgot my ID. I forgot my passport. So I couldn't even go in. So I just wandered around. I just wandered around like the gun shop, and like they were like, you could sit down in that room, and I was like, oh, thank you. I just like sat down. Anyway, but I did go. I tried. I said I wasn't gonna shoot though. I was like, I'll watch you, but it costs money to shoot. So anyway, yeah, paintball. Yeah, and the thing about it can fly back. I don't know. That's what I've heard, and so that's why it scares me. Like even if the chance is like very low, it scares me. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things I do for my friends. And like I usually leave it up to my friends when it comes to like what do you want to do? I don't care. What do you want to do? Sort of thing. But I think like with my like family, and like relationships wise, I think I'm probably a little bit more like, no, I want to do this, because I don't do that in other places of my life. Axe throwing feels like what middle-aged people do. Now I'm trying to remember who invited me axe throwing, because I don't actually remember. I just know that it happened in Japan. But I know, just forget your ID. But I still had to be in the gun place because my friend was my ride home. So it wasn't, I was like, at that point I kind of wish I had brought my ID. I was like, damn, I should have just, I wanted to watch. I do have a cert to instruct for firearms. Oh, wow. I have a lot of people I've instructed from Japan and no one from Europe. Yeah, Japanese. I think like the Japanese, I don't know. Some people in Japan like are really into guns. They're just because they're like, that's really cool. And I mean, like, good on them. I mean, it's a hobby. It's a hobby of a sort. I'm shedding. Hold on. I'm shedding. And I also got a line message. Yeah, West taboos. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, gun otaku. They do exist. They do exist. My friend is one of them. So it was but yeah, anyway. What are we talking about? Oh yes. So moral of the story, probably this person just needs to talk to their person. But that's like, but if we're going to be let's take that out of the situation for a second. Like, I think the solution, besides like talking to each other, because if you talk to each other, you'll figure out a solution on your own. If we're talking plainly about solutions, if he wanted to give this girl, like, if he was like, no, I'm mad at you, and I'm going to show you I'm mad at you through my actions and not talk to you, then I would not stop buying her games. I would just say, if you're going to be like that, I'm not going to play with you. Then, or alternative, like, just, I don't know, just find something that you can do together. Otherwise, you know. But I don't think that they're the asshole. Like, it's not really an asshole or not an asshole sort of thing. Maybe because you're making it about money, but like when it's not really about money, maybe. But This is more of a like. No one is technically the asshole here. The girlfriend might be a little bit of an asshole, but we need to talk about it, right? You know. Good morning. Good morning. You like to dress in old military uniforms. People like anything. If you think there's like no niche for like something in the world, like there probably is. No one and everyone, true. Yeah, if you zoom out, he can be seen as one. Like, I think the action of him like saying, I'm not going to buy you any more video games because you're mean to me. It's like, that's not in my opinion, that's just like not a solution. Yeah, anything you think of, honestly. What's the next one? Am I the asshole? Okay, are they the asshole? Yes, no. Everyone's the asshole. I'm literally, and no one's the asshole. Okay, maybe people are not going to know what these are. Everyone sucks. No one sucks. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she could make her own brownies and then ignoring their messages? What do you mean? Okay, here we go. 18-year-old brownie prom. Woo, 18-year-olds. I love teenage drama. Here we go. So, I, 18 female, have some friends. The ones related to the conflict are Aiden, Abby, and Jane. Okay, hold on. Gotta get these names situated in my mind. The ones that aren't directly in the conflict but need a name are Rose and Dan. Oh god. All are assorted 18 female or 18 male. More relevant context, Aiden and Abby are dating and tend to share the same brain cell as Wells fan the other's flames, in the sense of causing them to be more angry. Fan the others. So they're in a not very healthy relationship, is what I'm hearing. These are a lot of names, and I'm gonna have to refer back to this paragraph when I read the story. So last week, I was making brownies for myself. I never bake, so I decided to send a picture of the brownies to my group chat with a bunch of my friends. Abby responded with, I really wish I had brownies. I'm a sarcastic person, so I'm response, I said, why do you think I made them? Okay. Dan answered my question like it was literal, so I explained that I was being sarcastic and I meant it as I'm making the brownies because I was brownies too. Someone did not learn to proofread in school. So Aiden then messages being like, well, are you going to mail her some? I'm currently on the other side of the country. And I said, nah, she can bake her own brownies. I didn't feel like it was too much to ask because brownies are pretty easy to make. What is this story? This is so funny. All of a sudden, Aiden was saying that I was being harsh. Then Abby joined in saying that I was being rude. I tried to explain... What the hell? Okay. I tried to explain that I just felt like brownies weren't that hard to make, and I said that if Aiden wanted her to have brownies so bad, then he could make them for her. They got more upset with me for that. Then Abby sends me a message saying that she didn't appreciate how I was treating her, Aiden, or Dan. Okay. Aiden chimes in saying it's rude to bake something and not at least say I would offer you some if you were here. At this point, I felt like it was inappropriate to address this in the group chat with what I thought was 5 people that had nothing to do with this, so I chose not to answer the messages and hoped they would message me privately to figure it out. Rose calls me... Rose? Who's Rose? Okay. Rose calls me later and tells me that despite saying nothing to me, Jane is also upset. She was telling me that they were talking shit about me in a group chat I'm not in. The thing that made me the most upset was that they were saying things like, someone call her so she can't escape it. She's being such an asshole. Her boyfriend is influencing her. Obviously, it hurt to see this side of my friends. I deleted social media and ignored all their messages. Am I the asshole for this situation? What do you mean? What is this? What is this? What do you mean? Okay, I am going to say she's the asshole. Well, is she the asshole? I mean, I would do the same, but her friends were clearly upset with her and she didn't address it. She just waited. She was like, I'm gonna wait until they reach out to me, which honestly sounds like something I would do, but I don't think that's like the right way to approach this. Why does she speak like that? Because she's 18, probably. But like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Are you going to mail her some brownies? I will say that why do you think I made them is like, that doesn't read as sarcasm to me. Like, if I, like, because if I made brownies and I sent a picture of this really is a nothing burger. Like, what do you mean? The friends are acting like children. They're all children. They're all children. This is weird. This is a weird story. Text communication is hard. I agree, which is why I don't like it. I don't do it. They seem like awful friends. I mean, they are. I think everyone is kind of like, her friends are overreacting. First of all, good old 18-year-old. Yeah, clearly we can't really take anything seriously in this story because they're 18. But I'm trying to think about, like, if this happened to me, if someone sent me, why do you think I made them? Like, maybe I would also say, like, why did you make them? Like, I don't know if you're saying that. Like, the text just doesn't read sarcasm to me, but I wouldn't get upset if they said, I just wanted brownies. I'd be like, oh, good for you. Good for you. This is crazy. They already hated her before this. That could also be very true. This is really funny. This is also really funny because she introduced 5 people at the beginning and only 2 of them were relevant to the story. That's crazy. She was like, oh, I'm gonna name all these people and only 2 of them were relevant. The other 3, she could have just wrapped it up and been like, my other friends, I got a text from one other friend who said the people in the group chat were mad at me. That's crazy. Okay. What grade would you give this story? It's a non-story. This is not a story. I don't believe this is a story. Like, it's just not. Update. A bit after I posted this, I did try to speak with them. However, it didn't go great and they didn't like or listen to what I had to say. So they clearly didn't like you to begin with. It essentially dragged out more of a situation with Dan, to which I countered that how I treat him, he's fine with. Him and I act like siblings in the way of, like, making jabs at each other. Wow. And that if he isn't fine with it, he lets me know. I'm still annoyed that they might have thrown away our friendship over brownies. Dan, Rose, and 2 others from the group are all still on good terms and are somewhat trying to help defuse the situation, and all admit it's stupid. It's giving bone apple tea. So this is snowballing and I'm just gonna ignore them for a while. This is a non-story. This is a non-story. Next. Am I the asshole for not knowing my girlfriend wanted to be 30 minutes early to yoga? Yeah, I deleted all my social media because my friends are mad at me over brownies. Oh. Alright. Maybe it was AI generated. Imagine. Okay. Am I the asshole for not knowing my girlfriend wanted to be 30 minutes early to yoga? Oops. Wait. Oh, there's no post here. And they must have deleted the post or something. Oh, wait. OP is over the am I the asshole for not being supportive of my girlfriend for her yoga teaching when I was told on the... Okay. 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 This is... Don't vote yet, everyone, I guess. We're all voting. Stop. Y'all are voting. What are you voting for? I didn't read anything. Okay. There's nothing to read there. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking a date where he is from? Am I the asshole repost because it got deleted? Throwaway because I don't use Reddit. Just lurking. I want to preface this by saying 2 things. I am not a native English speaker, so I apologize for any weird phrases or wrong words. Thank you. Second, and important to my story, I am legally blind. I have RP, retinitis pigmentosa. And in addition, about -4 on both eyes. I am able to type this with both the speech-to-text function and other various helping functions. In real life, I wear a cane, but otherwise, I'm independent. Okay, now, I say this not as an excuse, but to justify and underline my side of the story. Okay. I, 24, recently started dating for the first time. I didn't know how to get into it, so my friend suggested the friend, putting me up on a blind date. Haha. And I agreed. She gave me his, male 26, name, and we agreed and when and where to meet. It was a nice and warm day, although a little snowy. Whoa. So I decided to... It was warm and snowy, everyone. So I decided to get there a little early in case it would be hard to navigate myself. I found the restaurant, I've been there before, and sat down at the book table. The guy shows up and we start chatting. I pick up a slight accent and ask where he is from. Now here's where I might be the asshole due to my phrasing. He laughs and tells me he's local, and I giggle and push it a little more, saying, haha, no, I can tell you're not from here. The guy stops laughing, silently gets up and leaves. I'm confused and sit there for a few minutes waiting in case I misunderstood the situation and he went to the water closet or something, but he doesn't come back, so I pay for the drinks and cancel the food before getting up and walking out. I call the friend who set us up once I'm home and she tells me he thought you acted like such an asshole. I was apparently rude as fuck, racist, and was looking at anything but him during the conversation. Did he know? Did he know that she's legally blind? I'm so confused. The last part I can understand, as me being blind makes it hard to understand what I'm looking at, but the rest leaves me super confused. Here's where I could be the asshole. My friend also explained to me in our call that he is from the same country as me, although from the part where they also speak another language, but he is dark-skinned and adopted from birth. Have I accidentally said something racist? Am I the asshole? TLDR, I was called a racist and I don't know why. Yeah, he definitely knew. Like, that's a little bit... I mean, if he's going to argue that she was racist, then she could argue that he was being an asshole because, like, what do you mean she was looking... What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what? Like, she said she uses a cane. She said she uses it as a cane. Did like, I don't know, did he just not see it? Did she not have it? Like, what happened? He thought you acted like such an asshole. This is also a little bit like of a weird, yeah, did she go caneless? But she said she just went home and she said she's independent. So, I don't know. Like, this is, maybe he was offended at, like, but she's legally blind. Like, it wasn't about his skin, was it? Wasn't it about, like, the way that he spoke the language? If you have an accent, I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a bit of a complex on his end as well. Because I mean, do I get offended when people in Europe are like, oh, ni hao, or like, oh, hi, oh, China? Like, yeah, yes. But I don't know, if I was, like, set up on a date and someone was like, oh, are you from China? I'd be like, no. But I don't think I'd get up and leave. Like, that's a little bit crazy. That's a little bit crazy. How is that racist? Yeah, because I think it's because, like, oh, he's dark-skinned and adopted from birth. Whatever that means, because we don't know where he's from either. Let's go, China. Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah, no. Have used a little, yeah, where's your accent from? Yeah, that's true. I can tell you're not from here. I can tell you're not from here. Yeah, that's true. It is a where are you really from sort of comment, I suppose. That is true. Yeah, arguably insensitive phrasing. Yeah. Also, I guess it depends on what language they were speaking in and how that translates to English. I don't know. Also, hi Tomo. Yeah. This is weird. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, I do think that I don't care either. Do I think it's slightly offensive for someone to be like, for me to be at the grocery store and someone to come up to me and be like, where are you from? And I'm like, America. And they say, no, you're not from America. You're Asian. Like, yes, I do think it's offensive. I do think it's racist. And I do think that, like, that's, like, uncalled for. Do I... If this exact thing happened to me, if I was on the receiving end of that, would I get up silently and leave my date who is clearly like hard of vision, like she can't see very well? Like, I don't think so. Like, that seems like a bit of an overreaction, you know? Yeah, not the best question. I agree that she probably could have phrased it better. Again, we don't know what language this was in. I can imagine this, like, for example, like, I don't know, if this was, like, in Japanese, and my Japanese was weird, and someone was, like, or if someone's Japanese was weird, and you said, like, oh, yeah, I guess the kind of, like, I know where you're from, I know you're not from here, is a little bit like, oh. It's a little bit, oh. Yeah, I think having a vision impairment gives her, yeah. Yeah. こんもり、おはよう。来てくれてありがとう。英語苦手なのに最後の英単語は知って、よく使う、よく使えます。おはもり、hello, welcome in. If this was in the States, the person was right to leave. Plenty of people that are born here speak a little different, and to push it is weird. Yeah, I think that this might be like a big cultural thing. Like, yeah. That's I don't think, yeah, I guess the intentions aren't wrong. It's just like that isn't a very well phrased way to go about it. You could just be like, oh, like, I thought you had an accent or something. I thought you had an accent is a good way to go about it. Everyone says to me when they're like, where are you from? I'm like, oh, the US. And they're like, yeah, I could tell. And I say, yeah, I mean, you were right. And it's because I speak a certain way. Like, that's very, I think, like, that's how it is, you know. Background's a good conversation starter, but there are a lot of landmines. Yeah, it's really about the way that you phrase things too. Yeah, she had no idea what he looked like. She didn't know. She has very limited vision, like. Like, I don't know. The comment that he made about her looking in all different ways. What is it? I was looking at anything but him during the conversation. That's a little bit like, I don't know. If it's someone, like, that's, you don't understand, like, people with limited vision. Like, you don't know what their culture's like either. So, I don't know. The burger really came out. Yeah, my burger comes out when I speak to people in Europe, and they're like, oh, you're American. And I'm like, yes, I am. You are not wrong about that. Oh my god, the US of A. It's pretty obvious. She also just started dating. That's also a good. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess I feel like this is very, like, that's normal conversation. Maybe I don't know, maybe she's not used to normal conversation. Like, a lot of, like, I don't know. handled badly on both sides. He pushed it in a weird way and he took it in a weird way. Yeah, that's true. I would say I would say that's pretty fair. If we factor that she was looking everywhere else, then it sounds like he didn't know that she was blind. It does, but it also sounds like he's making it sound. If he did know, because she has a cane. She has a cane. Like, I don't know. It sounds like he didn't know. So, but yeah, that information is completely missing from this explanation. So, kind of hard to tell. This one's hard to. We've been faced with kind of hard to judge ones, which is probably why it's in the "Am I the Asshole" filtered subreddit. He was already sitting. I know, but doesn't she have a cane? I mean, did he not know what the cane was? He was like, oh gosh, she's got a stick. Like, what? Your accent is very soothing. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think anyone hates on my accent. It's just very easy to tell that I'm American, which is fine. I don't really care. It's true. It is true after all. I would never ask why a blind person isn't looking at me. Yeah. Excuse hunting. The brownie team. You're not gonna mail me your brownies? Silently, yeah. Maybe this is an excuse, yeah. Could have, it would have been collapsed. That's true. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we got a lot of no's. God, writing this every time. I wish you could restart polls on YouTube. Can you do that? Okay, let's start reading. Am I the asshole for going out when my husband has to work the next day? Just by reading this title, no. But okay. You can on Twitch. Time to do this on Twitch, I guess. Husband, 32, male, and I, another girl. I'm telling you, you guys, all these filtered ones, they're all girls. Except there was one. The first one was not. Okay, both work full-time day jobs, Monday through Friday. He works a second job a couple Saturdays a month, so we can barely afford to keep our 3 male and 4 female in preschool. Okay, they have children. We can barely afford to keep our... Okay. When he has work on a Saturday, he expects me to stay home and be in charge of the monitor, so he doesn't have to because he wakes up around... Charge of the monitor. So he doesn't have to because he wakes up around 5:30 for work and works 12 hours. Wow, that is a lot. For context, kids are still on a monitor because the master is 2 levels below the kids' room. Jeez. Okay. I think that it's unreasonable. I rarely get to see my friends. And it's not like our kids wake up at night. Oh my god, my nose. They've been excellent sleepers since they were each 3 months old. The only time one of us has to go in at night is when a kid is sick or has a nightmare, both of which are rare. God, I can't read today. Even so, I never get back after 10 p.m. and he goes to bed at 8 right after the kids, so it's not like he can't get a head start earlier. Either. Jeez! Additionally, we both get up before 6 for our day jobs and he goes to his hobby every Thursday, often staying out until 10 or later, and then gets up for work Friday with no issues. Last time I tried to go out a night before his second job because I wanted to go buy a dress for a friend's wedding that was 2 days later because I had no other time to shop, and he freaked out at 8 p.m. telling me I was ridiculous and needed to come home that minute. Whoa, my nose. Something's wrong. Now I've been up since 3:45 a.m. because I realized he works tomorrow, Saturday, and I accidentally scheduled a meetup with my friends at 7 p.m. tonight just before the kids go to sleep. He's going to be insufferable and insist I cancel, which pisses me off to no end. We do sleep in separate rooms, have since my first pregnancy, so it's not like I'm barging in after he's asleep. Edit. Based on the comments, here's some more info. We sleep in different rooms because we have wildly different sleep habits. He works a second job instead of me because he makes 3 times what I could in his side gig. We don't have any family who can help while watching kids. I try to avoid his work weekends, but when I made these plans, she's missing a word, with my friends, he didn't have his schedule for January yet. When I say out, I mean to friends' houses. He goes out every Thursday plus usually one other day a week. He does spend money because he skims some off the top of his side gig because he feels he deserves it. I don't get extra money because I don't work. He was the one who suggested I make an effort to go out more since I was resentful of being home with the kids virtually all the time, but only when it's convenient for him. He complains every time anyway. When he is working 12 hours, I am with the kids from the time they wake up until the time they go to sleep, so I would not consider that off. The one time I went dress shopping, the wedding was 2 days later, and I hadn't been able to shop beforehand due to our jobs and husband's social plans. Edit 2, we both work full-time Monday through Friday, but only he has a second job. So, am I the asshole? A side gig with a ludicrous pay that only requires him a couple Saturdays each month, and they have a 3-story house where nobody sleeps on the second floor. That's very true. I didn't think about that, but my aunt who lives in the UK also lives in a 3-story, and it's small. It's not big. Like, it doesn't necessarily... 3-story, technically, I guess, doesn't have to mean big. This is really, like... This is weird. For me, I think it's like he's... What does he do? He, like... He spends money for his own hobbies. Like, he spends money on things, like, that are not going towards the house, that's not rent, groceries, utilities, or, like, for both of them. He's spending things on hobbies. I'm trying to process, yeah. Both parents seem like they're... Yeah, I think the way this is written, you would think the kids are, like, bugs or something. Okay, not bugs. Maybe not bugs. But the way that this is written, it really sounds like they're like, oh, what do I do with my dog? You know, like, we got this dog, and it's like, like, I can't look after my dogs all the time, you know. They don't need to be... My dog doesn't need to be looked at all the time. Anyway. This is weird. I think this is a weird story that's really complicated. Let's talk about this for a second. So, he makes 3 times more than she could in his side gig. Whatever that means. And their kids sleep on 2 floors away and need a baby monitor because they sleep 2... Okay, this is also... I'm kind of like... 3 to 4 year olds, do they need to be on a monitor? This is like a parent question for me because I'm like, well, I don't know, like, what? Sounds like he thinks his wife might cheat on him at his house. Sounds like he doesn't want her to have fun. He wants her to have fun in theory, but, like, I don't know. But the issue here is he doesn't want to go to bed late because he has to wake up at 5:30 the next morning. Her issue, she's saying that it doesn't matter if I go out. We sleep in different rooms, so I'm not disturbing you when I get home. And the kids I'm not going to be home later than 10. So the kids can sleep for 2 hours. They're easy sleepers, and they can sleep for 2 hours without supervision. Is that not reasonable? That seems pretty reasonable to me. I don't think they need monitors. I don't think... I mean, she's saying they're good sleepers, so why would they need... Is that not, like... Okay? Like, it's 1 day, and he only works the side... If she was going out every single week... then, like... Yeah, this sounds like... It kind of sounds like maybe you shouldn't... Like, if you're struggling this hard to barely, apparently, make ends meet, and you're not, like, you're clearly having a lot of issues, you barely see each other, you sleep in separate rooms, like, is your relationship okay? 3 months. I don't think they're 3 months. I think they're 3 years. Oh, you know, yeah, it says when they were each 3 months old. They're 3 and 4 years old. But they've been excellent sleepers since they were 3 months old. So I don't know. Yeah, she's saying I never get back after 10. I mean, of course, this sounds like you obviously can never tell either, because it's like, well, like the way that this is written, it's like I never go out. My husband goes out all the time and I never go out, blah blah blah. So the way this is written also sounds a bit like, are you sure? Like, what's going on? But then again, like, all Reddit stories are kind of like that. Like, they're always written from one perspective, so it's like we're not gonna know what's like really true or not. We can only judge the story based on what they've written and how they've written it. So from only this information that we have, I would say this doesn't sound unreasonable. She doesn't sound like she's being unreasonable. Does she write it a little bit like, when she writes it, does she sound a little whiny? Yeah. Is there a lot of info that we're missing? Yeah. But what she wants to do, and what, just based on the information, like, I don't think that she's the asshole. That just doesn't, they shouldn't be struggling with bills with how much income they have. In theory, I guess. In theory, Monday through Friday full-time job, it's like, well, what kind of job do you have? In theory, yeah, but like kids cost a lot of money, and depending on where you are, it's like, well, kids, like, if they're in preschool or something, like, then you gotta pay money to send them. Well, in like Japan, I believe that it costs money to send your kids to like public education is free, but when you're too young, daycare and stuff. I don't know how old you have to be in preschool. I don't know anything about kids, you guys, but they don't need to be monitored. I don't think so either. If they're good sleepers, and I mean, like, if there's an emergency, I mean, they weren't going to be awake anyway, were they? Like, both of them. It would, I guess the issue is, like, if they were both home and something happened and a kid started crying, then the mother would be there to deal with it, instead of the father who has to wake up in like 7 hours time, 5, 6, 7 hours time. I guess. I guess, but I don't know. I just from the info given, I don't think it doesn't seem like she's the asshole, but she does seem a little bit whiny. So you never really know what could be really going on. All right. Just move the kids. Real. Why do you gotta monitor them? Move them up. Move them up a floor. Move down a floor. おはよう。おはよう。来てくれてありがとう。いらっしゃい。Everyone sucks. Everyone sucks. I think that is a... That seems like a verdict. Am I the asshole for refusing to hug my mother? Hold on, I'm really shit. Maybe they should talk. I mean, that's the solution for all of it, though. Kids are the asshole. Yeah, those kids who are freaking crying, who might cry in the middle of the night. Okay. I'm gonna start the poll. I gotta wait to scroll down so people don't start freaking voting. YouTube needs to add a restart poll option. Yeah, expecting people to talk on Reddit. I mean, it's always the solution though. But like, so we have to judge stories under the premise that, like, first and foremost, these people need to talk. So I think we got to talk about more practical solutions, you know? Am I the asshole for refusing to hug my mother? Yeah, I'll stop voting. Okay. I, male 18, this already has a not the asshole tag. Okay. Upset my mother by telling her that I didn't want to hug her. Backstory. Another 18-year-old story. Let's see. My mother has always been a hugger, and when I was younger, I used to just put up with it, but as I got older, I have started saying no more. Back when I was in middle school, my parents sent me to therapy for depression, but another thing that came up with the therapist was my issue with hugging my mother. The therapist recommended that she ask before hugging me instead of going in for it, approaching me from behind, which freaks me out even more. My mother is fine with this in theory, but gets upset whenever I say no, often giving me the silent treatment or stomping away. The reason I think I may be the a-hole is that I am fine, sometimes, with hugs from my dad. I feel more emotionally connected with him and it just doesn't make me uncomfortable unless I'm having a particularly bad day. I try to avoid hugging him in front of her so she doesn't feel left out. Anyway, they were just about to leave after having dropped me off at my college campus. My dad hugged me and then my mother tried to go in for a hug, but I backed up a little and said I didn't want to hug her. She didn't say anything after that, just got in her car and slammed the door. She hasn't texted or called me since, although we used to text somewhat frequently. Am I the asshole? Update. For clarification, I didn't initiate the hug with my dad. If I had more time to think things through in the moment, I would have avoided hugging him to avoid the trouble with my mother. I honestly was not expecting anyone to hug me in that moment as I was carrying my bags and thought I would drop them off before coming back for a proper goodbye. I have had a strained relationship with my mother for a while now, which I'm not going to get into the details of. I'm sorry, man, but these are the kind of details that, you know, kind of important. I do make an effort to show her affection in other ways because despite everything, she is my mother. Generally, my dad is supportive of me not wanting hugs from her, while in this instant, he felt I was in the wrong. I have a younger sibling who still lives with them. Also, it's not like I hug everybody except my mother. My dad is one of 2 people I'm okay with hugs from. Thanks for all the advice and perspective. Of course, you know, the logical conclusion to this is like, let's be open and honest with each other. But okay, let's set that aside for a second. Let's set that aside for a second. Yeah, what's his issue? What's his issue with hugs from his mom? You know what? I will say that this reminds me a little bit of myself. And sorry mom. Like my mom is like, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? And she thinks that, like, this hits home a little bit. I mean, I would never not hug my mom. If my mom came in for a hug, I would never not hug her, and I would definitely not hug my dad. I would definitely not hug my mother after I had hugged my father. That's a little bit. Is it related? They sent him to therapy for depression, and then another issue that came up with this hugging thing with his mom. Yeah, I will say, like, my mom's like, oh my god, you always take your dad's side, or like, you don't like me, you hate me. Which is one of those things might be a little bit true. No, not the hating one. I love you, Mom. But sorry, that sounded really horrible. That sounded really bad. I love my parents. Wait. And then it gets cut out of context. I might clip that one because I thought that was funny. Oh my god. But I will say the reason that I'm slightly more like the reason that I'm a little bit more like I don't like when I have like physical contact with my dad is because my mom is very clingy, and it sounds like his mom might be a little clingy in this story. My mother has always been like very, very like, you hold my hand. you hold hands. You used to hold my hand all the time. You know, like she's like, and at a point that becomes like very overbearing, which is why I'm very interested into his like my relationship with my mother is strained, because my relationship with my mother is not strained, but do I have like a bit of like an aversion to her like being all over me because she's always all over me? Like, yeah, maybe a little bit, you know, like Aoi mama misses her 5-year-old daughter. Yeah, I'm really, my mother, she'll call me, she's like, you know, I had another dream about you when you were a baby yesterday. Or like, I had a dream that I had a baby yesterday. And I'm like, okay, good for you. And then she's like, you know why? You know why I think? I think it's because I never saw you as a child, which is so not true. I lived with my parents since I was 18 years old. You know, I was normal. I was so normal. I'm a normal person. I just left the house at 18. That's it. My mother's super clingy and very much overbearing. Yeah, I think it really, like, I don't know what his, I don't, like, shifting the blame, there you go. Like, I just think that it sounds similar. I kind of resonate with this, but I would never not hug my mom. Like, that's a little, like, sad. Like, that's why it's so important to have the context of, like, what happened. Like, why is your relationship strained, and why do you feel so much more emotionally attached to your father than your mother, you know? Like, I would never, like, I say all that, like, my mother is a little bit all over me, and it's a little bit suffocating sometimes, but I would not say that my relationship with my dad is in any way better than my relationship with my mom, you know? Like, there's something going on here, clearly, and if it's enough for him to talk about in therapy, then it's like, well, I can understand this from the perspective of someone with OCD, okay? However, the guy is really missing some important details, justify why. Yeah, if we don't know why, it's like, you kind of look like a little bit of an asshole, like, just hug her. I love this side of your relationship with Tokimori. You do? You do? Maybe she thinks you hate her. She does! My mother? Oh my god, you hate me. You hate me. You don't come home, you hate me. Anyway. Is that some weird way to say I want grandkids? No, it means I want you to come home and, like, stay with me forever. Like, yeah. It's sussy so what to talk about. Yeah. On the surface level, just looking at the details in this story and not thinking about, like, the underlying details or, like, the context or, like, what, any of his feelings, anyone's feelings. If you hug your mom, or no, if you hug your dad and not your mom and you're going off to college, that was the context, right? That's a bit of an asshole move. Drop me off my college campus. Yeah, well, drop me off my college campus could mean a few things, but that sounds like an asshole move. Like, just from the details. If we didn't have the details, like, where he's like, I feel much more emotionally close to my dad, I'm trying to avoid... Even his therapist is like, oh, like, well, then let's set some boundaries, and it sounds like his mother isn't, like, following the boundaries either, so... I don't know. Does he sound a little bit like an asshole? Man, yeah. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But it would just be very important to know why. Like, I don't know. Yeah, just hug her once. It's a hug. It's gonna last for like 2 seconds. You're fine. You're fine. But yeah, it's like, what if there's trauma? You don't know because he hasn't told you, so he hasn't written it, so. And that's on him. I mean, like, if he doesn't want to talk about his trauma, that's fine, but. Sounds like an 18-year-old. Yeah, I guess so. What if Tokimori was thinking of having another kid? Well, she's too old for that now. It's a little late for that. It's a little late for that. Also, apparently I was like a horrible baby. Like, not horrible as in like I got into trouble, but I cried all the time as a child, and that probably, I mean, I don't know, but I can imagine that deterred my parents from wanting another child. Because I screamed and cried all the time as a baby. Okay. She's looking for a grandchild. Well, that's, she says that sometimes. She's like, you know, if you had a child, I'd babysit for you. I'm like, okay, thanks. But she's like, but I don't want to enable you. You should take care of your own kid. That's what she told me the other day. A few weeks ago. I'm like, okay. Alright. She's a screamer. Isn't that all babies? I was especially bad, apparently. I was a colicky baby, as they say. We definitely needed the water. Yeah. Yes. Very much so. I remember when I was little, like when I was really little, like I'd take naps because that's what you do as a child. And my mom would like lay there with me until I fell asleep. I was really little, you guys. And then like I would wake up from my nap and realize that my mother was gone and she was like in the kitchen making something, and I would be like mad in my mind. I'd be like, why did you leave me? I I was also like clingy. I was also a clingy child. Like yeah. I can understand. I can understand why my mother probably wants like that back, because like at a point I completely stopped being clingy. But that's growing up, right? I was a needy baby. Yeah, some babies are worse than others. Yeah, I was worse. I was so bad. Grandparents are helped raise children. Apparently, whenever I looked at my grandma, like I'd scream and cry, which is so sad. That's so sad. But I would go into like a hysterical fit whenever I looked at my grandmother's face. Apparently. So, I don't know. Let's see. Next one. Am I the asshole for gossiping with my mum about my brother's fiance is potentially lying about giving birth? What? Started wailing every time he saw me. Yeah, that's crazy. Did your grandma say you look like Jeff Bezos? That was a funny story. That was a short one. Okay. Am I the asshole for gossiping with my mum about my brother's fiance is potentially lying? This sentence is... What do you mean? Okay. I, 22 female, here we go, have an older brother, John, 32, 10 years older, male, who has been with his fiance, Jane, 30, female, for 4 years. They have a 4-month-old. Okay. Jane found out she was pregnant at 5.5 weeks and immediately called my mum to tell her. Mum was confused, but still very excited. Jane said she was going to tell John when he got back from his work trip. A few hours later, she called again sobbing, saying she has insatiable cravings. Mum made a joke like, "Isn't it a bit early for cravings?" And Jane went off on her. She started yelling about how this was her pregnancy and no one else's. It was an odd reaction. She also apologized for her outburst by blaming it on hormones. Okay. When my brother returned from his trip, him and Jane left to stay at her mother's, and we didn't see her until after the baby was born. John said this was because Jane was afraid of losing the pregnancy and wanted to be with her mum, and we needed to respect boundaries. Whenever someone would ask about Jane or the baby, they would shut it down with vague answers like every pregnancy is different or she's carrying small, which isn't unusual. They barely shared anything about the pregnancy. No ultrasound pictures, no baby shower, and Jane didn't want anyone around during the delivery. I also discovered that every craving she listed came from one article about pregnancy cravings. She even listed multiple items in the same order as the articles. When the baby was born, we were finally allowed to see Jane and John, and baby, of course. It was very bittersweet, as we all wished we could have been there for Jane to help her out, but Jane and John both reassured us that we did help out by staying away during the pregnancy. The weirdest part, though, is how Jane describes the birth. She claims she had an epidural via IV drip into her hand, edited because I didn't elaborate, which is not how those are administered. When I asked clarifying questions, thinking she had gotten confused, which is understandable, she shut down and refused to answer like how she would during the pregnancy. She said the baby had latching issues because he was born with no umbilical cord stump. This can technically happen, but it's a rare and fatal medical condition that their baby does not have. The final straw was when she told us that the baby basically fell out of her within an hour of being in labor, despite my brother telling us how hard the birth was, and even stating that was why they weren't going to try for any more kids. Mom is on the same side as me and has been noting this inconsistencies and inaccuracies, but doesn't know how to bring it up, and their reactions don't help. A few days ago, my brother texted Mum, saying her doubt of Jane is disrespectful and they both want full apologies from the both of us for bullying Jane about her pregnancy/labor. I haven't made any outright accusations about it, nor have I said any of this to Jane. I've only asked questions when she brings the birth/pregnancy up. Am I the asshole for having doubts? What? This is insane. It's crazy. This is crazy. You're not the asshole for having doubts or gossiping, in my opinion, but like, These people, I mean, let them have it if they want to have it. Like, if this is, there's the baby's there, you guys. Like, the baby is alive. The baby is well. Like, and they have it. Like, I guess, like, that's all you can say. I don't think she's an asshole for gossiping. I'd be gossiping too. I'd be doubting too, but like, I mean, maybe just don't push it anymore, I guess. Just accept it. Yeah, just don't push it, right? It's ultimately up to the parents how much they want to involve other people. Yeah, I mean, like, technically, I guess it isn't your business anymore, but I would have doubts too. Maybe John gave birth. Real. If you know, it was so hard. It was so hard. And she's like, oh my god, it just slipped out. Did she lose the pregnancy and they adopt a kid? They didn't want to say anything. I was thinking that too. Maybe the kid like just like isn't theirs. But like, is it something to be so like I don't know, upset about? I don't know. No one says, but this is funny. Yeah, it is. Is it theirs? Yeah, I don't know, but does it matter? I guess. I mean, that's it's their business, I guess. The baby. Yeah, the baby's yes. It exists. The baby. They said they saw it. Like, I don't know. They saw the baby. They said they were sad because they wished they could be there for like Jane for the pregnancy, but why lie? Yeah. I mean, it sounds like there was never a baby in the first place. Yeah, I don't know. That they clearly wanted to keep something a secret, but is it their problem? Is it her and the mother's problem? I guess not. Like, I guess not. Yeah, something says, did they steal this baby? Like, is this like an illegal baby? If that like, if it's adopted, then it's like, okay, well, whatever. Like, if that's how they want to go about it, that's how they want to go about it. But like, is this baby like illegal? Did they steal it? Like, what do you mean? Like, Phantom Baby. Yeah, is it like the devil? It's like this is a horror movie. Yeah, did they steal the baby? No way. Schrodinger's baby. It might be there, might not be. Huh. Weird story. Weird story. I mean, I guess it's just their issue. They have to deal with it. So doesn't seem like anyone's the asshole. If they wanted to keep it private, they wanted to keep it private. And I guess you just need to stop like asking questions, because that's clearly like a landmine. Like, it's setting Jane off when you say, oh, but like the pregnancy or like the labor, she gets like defensive or like she shuts down or whatever. So just don't ask her anymore, I guess. You can gossip about it in like amongst yourselves, though. I don't think that's an asshole move. Like, I think that's natural if there are so many like question marks, you know? Huh, weird. I don't know. This is what I imagine the plot of Hangover 2 to be. I've never watched Hangover because I never thought it was I didn't think it was my thing. I don't know. It felt too slapstick crude comedy for me, so I've never watched it, but this is one of the things 10 years later. Yeah. Oh my god. This maybe in the newspaper. I don't know. Like, yeah, it could be. I don't know. Could be something criminal to happen. You never know. But if they're not gonna tell you, like, damn, I don't know. Like, yeah, secret DNA test, I guess. They didn't hide the gossip well enough. Yeah, I guess so. Or like, I don't know what they're. Well, the brother is going off about like bullying or whatever. I don't think the fact that they were gossiping got out, but clearly they're guilty about something, because, or else they wouldn't be like, oh my god, like, don't bully her. They were just asking, like. Jane is so pissed off she never got any brownies. Oh my god, yeah, actually, it's the brownies. Oh yeah, there was a freaking Jane in the other story too. That show where they say you're not the father. Oh, like the Maury show or whatever. Is that what it's called? What's it called? Yeah, they're being defensive, which is even more suspicious. Look at this title. Am I the asshole or is my husband the asshole? Good question. It doesn't say like, am I the asshole for? It just says, am I the asshole or is my husband the asshole? I'm sorry, I have to change the poll. Am I the asshole or is my husband the asshole? I'm gonna put the answers as I or my husband. That's so funny. This is such a funny way to write a title. I could have put a both, but I want this. This is a fight. You guys. I need this to be... Whoa! Okay. I need this to be a yes or a no. Okay. I, 31 female, and my husband, 31 male, are expecting a child, our first child together. I had planned on having a baby shower, then his mother, who lives with us, was taking over and was making all the decisions without me, so I decided I just wouldn't have one. Oh, this is another, like, roughly written one. I'm a people pleaser who struggles to stand up for myself. It just was to not... Huh? I'm a people pleaser who struggles to stand up for myself. It was not... What? I'm a people pleaser who struggles to stand up for myself. It was to not have one. That was a few months ago. Fast forward to now. His mother went out of town to visit a friend for a few weeks, and my sister asked if we could plan a baby shower while his mother was gone because she felt bad I wasn't having one. My husband and I agreed it would be a good idea, and we would plan to have it just a few days after his mother's return so she could still be present. Okay. So today my husband tells his mother about the baby shower because he doesn't want to take her being able to get a gift away from her, which I completely understand. But then she starts trying to plan and talk games she will do and decorations she will buy and bunch of other things I don't want. I tell my husband she harassing my sister and I'm getting overwhelmed. He says, well, tell her to stop. I say I already told her we had everything handled and this is why I decided not to have one in the first place, and it makes me want to change my mind again and cancel everything. He gets angry and calls his mom and tells her I'm yelling at him over it all, and she can't buy anything at all. I get upset and cry because I never said she couldn't get a gift. I just don't want her trying to take over and I want him to back me up. Now we are both highly upset with the other and he says I'm being an asshole. I think he was. Was I wrong for complaining about her to him? Okay. Update. I appreciate everyone's feedback, but find it very amusing that everyone think that means I'm bad at communicating. These sentences would suggest that, but that's okay. My husband and I communicate very well and don't really argue at all. We might disagree once every 6 months. I was very clear with what I wanted from mother-in-law, and I was very clear with both of them why I was canceling it in the first place. She is one of those people you can tell not to do something 100 times and she will still look right at you and do it. Also, mother-in-law is not paying for this party, my sister and I are, so why should I let her decide everything for something she doesn't have the means to pay for? Also, I said it was our first child together. I guess I should have been more clear. I have 2 older children. Huh? And even being a people pleaser with myself, I have no problem saying anything when it's over my children. What? 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 I'm lost. What's happening? I'm lost in the sauce when my first child is actually my third child. Wait. when you say you have 1 child, but you actually have 3 children. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. What? My husband are expecting a child. Oh, our first child together. So this is probably her 3rd child, but it's their first child together. Like, she has 2 children from a separate relationship, probably. Yeah. Previous marriage, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay. So, what is the story about? Yeah, someone said earlier, like, yeah, this is my mother-in-law the asshole, or am I the asshole? It's not really about the husband. She's upset with her husband because he's not taking her side. And that's it. But I think the mother-in-law is the asshole. Just let her plan her own baby shower. Also talk about it. I think the writing is the asshole here. Real. The baby's the the unborn child is the asshole. I'm the but it's also a little bit unfair. I will say that I think that it's a little bit unfair to plan, like, the mother-in-law clearly wanted being like, okay, mother-in-law, I'm not gonna have a baby shower. And then 2 days later, when she's gone, you're like, I'm actually gonna have a baby shower. Like, that's a little bit, like, you should have just said, hey, I would rather you not, like, this is my baby shower, and I would really like, you don't have to pay anything, you don't have to spend anything. I'd appreciate it if you got a gift, but, like, you know, like, it's my thing, it's my pregnancy, and I really want to have this moment. Like, I want to have my moment. And could you please, like, I will be having a baby shower, and I will be including you, but I don't want you to run the show. Is that okay? And even if it's not okay, you say, well, sucks. But, like, that needs to be said. It just kind of sounds like she went behind her mother-in-law's back. To just say, like, oh, I don't know. Kids cause so many problems. Yeah, like, almost all the stories that we've read today have been about children. Who doesn't take no as an answer. Yeah, but then it's like, then have it in secret. At that point, have it in secret. Like, because it sounds like her mother-in-law is fussy and has a lot of opinions, unwanted opinions. So if you really wanted to have fun at this baby shower, maybe you should just plan it by yourselves and do it by yourselves. In fact, have it somewhere else. Have it at a freaking restaurant. You don't have to have it at home. Communication with 99% of Reddit story problems. Yeah, I mean, if the mother-in-law won't take no as an answer, it's kind of like, well... but I don't know, what's stopping you from just planning it on your own? Like, even if she was there. It just sounds, it's like she really went behind her back and said, I'm not having the wedding. I'm not having a baby shower. Just kidding, I am. Because you're gone, and I can plan it by myself. Which is, even if it's true, it's like, you could have planned it by yourself by force, too. I don't know. Maybe this will happen. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Then they were like, oh, my mother-in-law doesn't take no for an answer. Let's hide the baby. Secret baby shower. Exactly. Family members need to learn they can be excluded if they're assholes. Very true. Very true. Very true. Could have just invited her last minute if they didn't want to take over. That's true. That's also true. Yeah. By the way, we like literally well, they wanted the gift, right? That's why they told her early, is what it says in the post. They were like, she said, oh, we didn't want to rob her of the opportunity to give us a gift. Oh, you know, not because of the gift. She would have lost the opportunity to give us a gift. Is that literally what it said? It says, so my husband tells his mother about the baby shower because he doesn't want to take her being able to get a gift away. Don't they live together? Just buy them a gift another time. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, oh, getting a gift at a baby shower is such a privilege. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know what a baby shower is like, but... Oh my god, the esteemed privilege of having a baby shower. Being able to give a baby shower present. Yeah, that adds the asshole point. Anyway, your husband is not the asshole because your mother-in-law is kind of an asshole. Okay. The 50-50. Yeah, to be fair though, like, this was not really a my husband thing. It was different. It was a completely different thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few more. Am I the asshole for trying to help my boyfriend prepare for a call from a recruiting agency and he blew up at me? My boyfriend was returning a call from a recruiting agency. He was lying down, so I asked if he wanted to sit up to be more prepared. In the past, he's just handed over the phone to me when he didn't know what to say, and I helped with that application so I knew about the agency. Huh? And explained a bit about them since it didn't seem like he was going to sit up, and what if the call got serious? Huh? He suddenly... Huh? Huh? He suddenly exploded, saying I made him feel unprepared, and hung up. Huh? I apologized and even a second time as well, but he stayed upset and didn't move on. Later, I asked if he wanted oatmeal and added or not, which he claimed was petty and weird. Whoa. That led to a back and forth about how he thought I didn't know who the caller was, so why did I ask him that even though the answering machine stated the company name? I could have let it go, but I didn't force him to do anything, so I don't get why he exploded at me. He later stormed out with our keys to go to grocery shop and buy... What does this mean? Buy an ed. I was planning to go to the gym and realized locked out. Well, people proofreading. So I chased him down to ask he keys. But he ignored me and left. When he got back, he rolled a joint. We always smoke together. Okay, here we go, you guys. And smoked alone in the kitchen. Okay. Okay. We ignored each other. Later, he tried making small talk, but I kept my responses short because I was still hurt. P.S. I like to talk through issues even if we don't agree, but he prefers actions over words, like me sitting closer holding him instead of talking. I don't think that's fair here when I didn't feel I was in the wrong. Edit. I very much appreciate the time everyone took to respond. I'm definitely taking note of everyone's advice. He apologized and I told him we needed to talk. I told him I would be offering my support from a distance and not interfere because it's his responsibility in the first place and it would be up to him to handle things of this nature. I think we came to an understanding. A couple of questions I saw. The question about if I was locked out of the house. No, I wasn't, but I needed the keys to go out because the door locks automatically and I wouldn't have been able to come back inside. It can only be opened from the... Why was the key story relevant? It can only be opened from inside with the handle, but from outside you need a key to get in. Another question is if I pay the rent and bills. We split that equally. He was working on a limited contract until 2 weeks ago and saved up a bit to cover until he finds his next job. 3. Why was I helping with the job applications? I have accepted now that I do not necessarily need help search to show I care or help. I just didn't want us to get into a situation where he'd be struggling to pay rent and bills because both our names are on the contract. So even if I manage to pay my part, it doesn't mean anything if his part remains unpaid. What? What do you mean? What is this? What did she do? I'm confused. There's more deals on how the door works. Yeah, like, I don't care about your door. What do you mean? What? The oatmeal. Yeah. Do you want oatmeal or not? And he's like, that's so petty of you. What do you mean? That's so petty of you to ask me if I want oatmeal or not. Like, what's happening? What's happening in this story, you guys? I honestly don't know what happened. Like, he was lying down, so I asked if he wanted to sit up to be more prepared. In the past, he's just handed over the phone to me when he didn't know what to say? Like, what? Okay, like, maybe the joy. Maybe. That sounds pretty probable. The oatmeal. Yeah, the oatmeal's the hassle. She comes in trying to help and he gets stressed. Okay, I see. So she said, do you want a pillow? Do you want to sit up? Do you want to be prepared? And he got overwhelmed. He was like, no, don't do that. But like, why is she taking his phone calls from recruiting agencies? Can he not talk on the phone? Can he not handle his own like phone calls? Like, I asked him if he wanted to sit up to me more. In the past, he's just handed over the phone to me when he didn't know what to say. So imagine, he picks up the phone and the guy on the other end's like, hello, this is something, whatever recruiting agency. We'd like to talk to you about what we do and your potential for your resume, whatever. And he goes, yeah, hold on. And then he hands the phone to his girlfriend, who takes the call for him. Is that what I'm reading right now? Maybe that's why he's still looking for a job. Yeah, sounds like it. Imagine you're the guy on the other end. Imagine you're the guy at the recruiting agency, like, you're like, excuse me, where did John go? I was looking for John. Like, It's the joint. It's the joint. Laying down during a recruiting call. Yeah. The keys. Yeah, the girlfriend, like, he's gonna get the job. Like, what? I don't know what this means. The keys, he late with our keys to grocery shop and buy uned. I was planning to go to the gym and realized locked out. So I chased him down to ask he keys, but he ignored me and left. So she wasn't locked out. She said she wasn't locked out, but in the post she says she's locked out. Okay, I think we need to stop. I think we need to move on. I feel like I'm smoking a joint at this point. Like, what do you mean? I can't understand this story. I cannot understand this story. You searched for enabling him too. That's true. We're just trying to figure out what uned is. Oh. He was locked in. Oh, okay. He was locked out. She was locked in. They were all locked. What the hell? Yeah, it's the baby. It's the baby, you guys. the new drug on the streets. This one's funny too. Am I the asshole for sleeping in 5 minutes? Does it mean oversleeping for 5 minutes or falling asleep in 5 minutes? Oh, that's crazy. This is so funny. The writing today is gold. Am I the asshole for sleeping in 5 minutes? Due to how cold it is lately, and because I'm between jobs, my partner has been asking me to drop her off at class / pick her up from class because the various buses she can take all involve some waiting in the cold and a slightly longer walk. Okay. She likes to be there 10 minutes early. Not for any specific reason, she just likes to be early. Edit, 10 minutes isn't some long established thing. Last week I was already up, so I just left whenever she asked. This morning was the first time she really stressed the 10 minutes while I was extremely groggy / half asleep. I was pretty tired from celebrating last night. Edit, college football win. So when she said she wants me ready in 10 minutes, I ended up laying in bed that whole time, causing us to leave 5 minutes later than she wanted, so she only got to her class building 6 minutes early? On the way there in the car, she was She was complaining it was rude for me to sleep in when she asked me to be ready in 10 minutes. I think that if I'm repeatedly waking up early to spend an hour driving her around for her benefit, as long as I get her there before her class starts, I don't deserve being called rude. I said that to her, but she doubled down, and then we were there, so that's when the conversation ended. Edit 2. GTG? Gotta go? Wait, what does this mean? What? Sorry, wait, what does GTG mean? I only know it means gotta go. Not feeling well. Okay, so I guess he did have to go. He's not feeling well. Wait, what? Gotta go? Isn't it gotta go? Okay, also I hate how Am I the asshole is always so polarized. 75% of people saying if I'm doing a favor, I have to do it exactly how she wants. 25% saying just don't give her the favor. Literally nobody thinks maybe doing the favor, keep doing the favor and try a little harder to be on time, but also she should be criticizing me for just it sounds like he has an answer. Wait, it sounds like he has an answer. Grand Theft Auto. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. She's not feeling well. Edit 3. She's okay. Just needed some Pepto and food. This is the first time I've seen, like, live updates on Reddit. Reddit? What is this? that was he had the solution. Why is no one telling me the solution that I already came up to my own problem? お寿司お寿司お寿司お寿司お寿司お寿司だっけお寿司お寿司お寿司とか言ったっけ My parents have had this argument every day for the last 60 years. Oop. Same. Same. Real. So not the asshole. 6 minutes in my mind. 6:03. 6 minutes early to class is really early. You guys, I'm not, you know me, I'm not on time. I'm not great at being on time. And especially for class. When it's like friends, like last time my book club, I was the first one there, you guys. I came exactly at 7, like literally 7 on the dot, and I was the first one there, and I waited there for like everyone else was like late. Like I can be on time, and I am on time for like certain things, but school, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't care. As long as I get in there before the lecture starts, we're good, you know. 寿司食いて寿司食いて回転寿司行きたいな I mean, yeah, that's early. That's early. That's so early. 10 minutes early? What are you going to do for 10 minutes before class? Hello? Like, okay. Yeah, I do think that you need to have advance notice. You can't just like look at someone who's groggy and be like, okay, 10 minutes, we're getting out, you know. Unless you're like me who can get ready. Unless you're like me and you can get ready in 15 minutes. But you have to like, I don't know, like even if you know that someone can get ready in 15 minutes, like you still should wake them up with like a little bit of leeway, you know? Like, I don't know. Web surfing time. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that extra 10 minutes of web surfing like in my bed though, you know? Like what are you gonna do for 10 minutes? Yeah, look at Reddit, I guess. Yeah, I only need 15. Maybe she's one of those professors who's super punctual and punishes you for being a second late. Maybe, which I mean then I can understand. I mean I can understand like her being like agitated. I can understand her being stressed out and agitated. But like he still got you there on time, even early. So like if he got you like if he got her there like late because he was if he got her there late, like yeah, I can understand her being upset. Cold and he's in between jobs. I see. Yeah, I mean I can understand why she would be upset if he dropped her off late, but like he was still early. Like for me, I would probably be really agitated too if I had like a strict professor or like there was something like I had an exam and I needed to be there on time. Like yeah, I would be agitated, I'd be frustrated, probably be like ah. But once you get there on time, it's all good. Then you come home and you're like all right. But apparently she was not feeling well and needed some Pepto and food, and then I guess it was solved after that. Love how she expects to drive. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Wake him up a little bit earlier. Give him the time. Give him the time that he needs. Give him time. Give him like an hour to doom scroll for a little bit. Slowly wake up. If he had a like long night, you know. I'd be upset too if I got in my class early. Me. I don't want to get there too early because I'm like, damn, I could have spent an extra few minutes like eating or something. I don't know. The favor, yeah, it is a favor. It is a favor. I mean, it is a favor, but it would have been an asshole move for him to back out of it, because oftentimes taking the public transportation takes longer than taking a car unless you live in one of those really crowded cities. So if he were to back out last minute, then that would have been pretty asshole of him. But I mean, it is a favor, but it still needs to be like established what's happening, because it's both of your like time, right? Probably explaining the gotta go. Yeah. That's so funny. It's just funny that he would write that. Depending on how far you have to drive, sometimes that 5 minutes make a huge difference for traffic. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I can understand her being upset. I think the real question for me is, like, was she upset after she got home? Because, like, he still got her there on time. Like, if it were me, I would not be upset when I, like, got home, you know? Like, again, like, I would be stressed, I'd be agitated, I'd be probably a little irritated in the car. I'd be like, oh my god, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Because, like, traffic, you never know. Like, the time on Google Maps, it's not always correct. Like, depending on how fast you drive, how slow you drive, like, it's not always accurate. So, like, yeah, I'd be stressed, but I also wouldn't bring it home, especially if there was no issue in the end, you know? Yeah, the live updates. They need to be there at a specific time, let them know at least the night before. Yeah, that's true. And then if he doesn't wake up, like, that's on him, you know? But doesn't he know? Doesn't he know? He literally says, I was pretty tired from celebrating last night, and she said she wants me ready in 10 minutes. I ended up laying in bed that whole time. Like, maybe he didn't know. I guess maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know, because it doesn't say she woke him up either. When she said he was groggy. He was groggy, tired, sleepy. I don't know. I don't really know what this situation looked like, nor does it really matter, because apparently everything's fine and he has his own answer. So let's see. Ooh, am I the asshole for telling my sister not to bother coming to my wedding? Okay, if this is juicy, I think I might make this my last one. Because it's 2 a.m. and I should probably pretend like I'm sleeping or something. Should I be subbed to you? That's a good question. I don't know. I hope that you're subscribed. I mean, you don't have to. That's your decision, but all right. Ollie, I'm trying to get to 30k subs. That's a thing. You should subscribe, I guess. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Am I the asshole for not subbing to Ollie? Tentative yes? If you're not subbed, you might miss out on the juicy gossip. Real. Oh, and the notification bell. Smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so every time I go live, you'll get the updates. Yeah. Yeah, check out my covers. I don't know. Go listen to watch a karaoke stream or something. Okay. Perhaps last one of the day. Am I the asshole for telling my sister? Okay, I thought this was gonna be like the court wedding. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my sister not to bother coming to my wedding? I, 24 male, excluded my sister, 28 female, from my wedding, but not my other sister, 26 female, and upset my entire family. But did you hug both of them? Okay. I'm getting married to a really wonderful man. We'll call Max this summer, but my sister will not be in my wedding. Here's why. I have 2 sisters, Macy and Penny. We grew up close, but with no brothers, I felt excluded. My sisters would go on girls' trips and I wasn't invited. My father isn't in the picture, so mostly mom would leave me with grandma. What? Sisters and brothers are different. Penny and Macy fight, but they always make up. Penny is a lesbian, and as a gay man, we've bonded more as adults. Overall, I love both my sisters, even if their relationships are painful. Okay. About 7 years ago, Macy married her fiancé, Michael. Okay. Penny was her maid of honor, and Michael asked me to be a groomsman. Her wedding party included our female cousin, but also Penny's partner, Joanne, 26 female. Max and I were together, but he was not in the wedding. I barely knew Michael, and all his groomsmen were strangers. Okay. told my sister that I would rather support her on her wedding day, but she said that isn't the way things are done. I'd rather support her on her wedding day. She was right, but I saw no reason why it needed to be gendered. I should have stood with my family. Okay. She was the bride, so I didn't bother her about it again. I was excluded from everything leading up to the wedding. I missed the bridal party's dress selection and bachelorette activities, not to mention the fact that day I had to leave my house and get ready at her fiancé's hotel because she didn't want any men around while she was getting ready. 2 years later, Penny married Joanne. Of course, Macy was the maid of honor, but I also got to be a bridesman and was with her every step of the way. Partners were excluded on both sides. Before the wedding, Macy kept making snide remarks about how I didn't belong there. There were no bachelor parties, but I think Macy thought without a groom, men shouldn't be in the wedding. I was invited to Penny's bachelorette party, much to Macy's chagrin. What does this mean? Now Max and I are marrying, and we weren't going to have a wedding party. But Max insisted because he's close to his brother Marshall. There's so many people in this story. When I made Penny my maid of honor, Macy was offended. When I told her that she was going to stand with Max and Marshall because my best friend Cole is going to be in it, she was furious. What is with these names? Who are these people? Close to his brother Marshall. Okay. Macy said she needed to be there for her baby brother's big day and felt slighted. I told her that if I had to stand with strangers, she had to. Besides, we needed even numbers. My mother took her side when she complained, and even my grandmother called me spiteful. Angry, I shouted that if Macy had a problem, she needn't come. Should I relent and let her stand with me? I feel like this is a total double standard because when Macy was married, the answer was it's her wedding. Am I the asshole? What? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know what this means. So pretty much what? So, it's 2 in the morning and I'm a little confused. Whoever's routing, whoever's rules. Yeah, I agree. The family, yeah, everyone, it seems like a pretty big, like, everyone sucks. Yeah, I don't think I honestly don't know if I have anything to say about this because, like, what's happening? Like, clearly these siblings, do these siblings even like each other? Are they okay? Like, he said, Penny is a lesbian and as a gay man we bonded more as adults. Overall, I love both my sisters, even if the relationships are painful. Like, do you, are your, is your family okay? Yeah, the brownies. Just get them brownies. Get them brownies, I guess. I mean, she wanted him to stand... So she wanted him to stand with the boys. Of her... Macy. Macy wanted him to stand with the boys of her fiancé, or like her husband's side. Even though they were all people that he didn't know. When he was like, why should it be gendered? I want to stand with you. They're all standing together. They're just standing on different sides. They're just standing on different sides. Does this actually matter? And he was like, oh, I couldn't be involved with, like, dress shopping. And, like, I wanted to, like... Okay. Yeah, the door. I think we need a little... I think we need to know a little bit more about the door. Registers are brain rot material. I mean... It's when if there's an outlet for people to just talk about their like pointless family drama, like they're gonna do it and they're gonna make it the most pointless stuff ever, and it's, you know, I love that. Petty revenge, yeah, it does kind of seem like that. Historical, the groomsmen are either related or know the groom. I don't know how it works with this kind of relationship. In his like gay relationship or like the lesbian relationship. So there are 3 weddings that are being talked about here. And it's one of the sisters, it's the sister Macy, who is like the straight girl, Penny, who's the lesbian sister, and now it's his wedding. So there's a lot of weddings to talk about, and yeah, I agree that like each wedding should be the people who are getting married, they should be able to decide. So at the end of the story, this is very convoluted, but he's pretty much asking, what is he asking? Max and I are married. Max insisted he's close with her. We weren't gonna have a wedding party, but Max insisted because he's close to his brother Marshall. When I made Penny my maid of honor, Macy was offended when I told her that she was going to stand with Max and Marshall because my best friend Cole is going to be in it. He was furious. But what does this mean? I don't understand what this means. Like, in theory, this is not like it's not a gendered thing because he's going to make her stand. Yeah, who's Cole? Who's Cole? Him versus angry sister. He's trying to get petty revenge on his sister because she made him stand with people he didn't know. So he's like, so you're going to stand with people that you don't know. But why is there a need for him to stand with people he doesn't know? For her, it was very like, I need this to be gendered. Like what was it in her? Michael asked me to be a groomsman. Like, he asked. Like, the fiance was like, hey, dude, we're chill, right? You want to be a groomsman? Like, well, isn't that like a good thing? Like, you clearly, like, Michael trusts you. Like, sure. Like, okay. Like, what? Like, huh? Oh my god, they're all clothing stores. Wait, you're right. You're right. Oh my god, you're so right. Whoa. Oh my god. Macy's, JCPenney. Yeah, they're all clothing stores. Right? TJ, well, maybe not, but like TJ Maxx. They're all stores. They're all stores. There's like TJ Maxx, there's Michael's, Joann's. What is Joann's? Joann's is also like, isn't Joann's also like a craft store? Am I wrong about that? Oh my god, you're so right. Nice names. Oh, Kohl's, you're right. Oh my god, Kohl's. Oh, what? That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, everyone sucks here, and I don't really want to think about... I don't want to think about this anymore, because I don't know what this means. This makes me want to watch reality TV with Ali. I'm a really good person to watch reality TV with. I will say that right now, because I like to talk, and, like, reality TV, like, I feel like it's fun because you're watching it with people, and you can, like, comment on it with people. Like, my mom watches reality TV alone, and I don't know how she does it, because I would not be able to do that, but... Oh my god, Kohl's. Okay. Yeah, I'm a good reality TV show partner. Alicia got her drama addict. Oh yeah. My mother, I didn't watch reality shows when I was little, but now I do because I'm turning into my mother. My mom has watched, I think she's watched like every single season of The Bachelor and like The Bachelorette. And she loves her reality TV shows. And as a kid, I didn't get it. But now I do. Now I get it, you know? Drama show watch along when? I know, maybe we need to watch something. Maybe we need to watch, like, Love is Blind or something. Because that's on Netflix and a little bit more accessible. Because some stuff my mom watches is, like, on Lifetime. Or, like, the Discovery Channel. Or, like, I don't know. What's that called? What's that channel called? Shoot. TLC! Like that sort of, like, she watches things that are very, like, America Central, so like we'll have to find something on Netflix probably. Oh my god, the Ultimate of Queer! I still haven't watched that actually. My mom was like, it's so good, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop for today. Today we didn't get. I feel like today we didn't get any like very like satisfying ones, but that's okay. That's okay. We got some funny writing. I honestly think that like bad writing, like people who don't proofread, is like some of my favorite type of humor. Okay. Whew. That was fun. That was fun. I know the mid-distance, that was funny. It's a good one. The Sunday evening ranting is different. Yeah, maybe I should start doing more Reddit stories on Sundays. Sunday night Reddit stories. So fun. Okay. Let's see. 69. Oh, chicken nugget. Oh, I haven't seen that, but I remember when it came out, people like were mentioning me on Twitter because they were like, "Oh my god, Aoi, it's a drama. I bet you would like this drama." Low emotionally developed people should not talk to. Yeah, real. Yeah, the door. That door, you know. Okay, let me open my stuff. How'd your homework go? I still have a little bit left, but it's not too much. Like it'll probably be done in 20-30 minutes. So it's not too bad. I should be done in a decent amount of time. So yep. Babies are always the asshole. Exactly. Don't ask your partner if they want oatmeal or not. You just have to say, do you want oatmeal? You can't add the or not, because if you add or not, then you're gonna be petty. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, I didn't see this. I didn't see, Nanako, I didn't see your thingy yesterday. I didn't see your donation yesterday. It said, it says, thank you, Aoi, for the lovely singing as usual. I'm glad to hear this before my trip tomorrow. I'll try to jump on stream so long holiday. Ooh, love you. Feel strong, people, please. People. Thank you, Donako, for the donation yesterday. Sorry, I missed this. I hope you have a good vacation. Safe travels. The stream over. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm just ending. See you next time. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by anyway. Let's say my bad. No, you're good. You're good. Thank you. Bakamori says, am I the asshole? My dad is moving to Europe for a few years. She has a nice tour over Europe, but she really streams on my time slot anymore, and I don't like to watch the VOD. She also got a new cat. She doesn't even show cat pics. Am I the asshole that I miss her? Aw. Thank you for the donation. No, you're not the asshole. It's okay. I understand not being a VOD watcher. I get it. I'm not a big VOD watcher myself. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. But I post pictures sometimes. Sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes, but they're on Twitter sometimes. I posted that picture. Yeah, I posted two of them on Blue Sky, and then I posted the Mimi. I posted a Mimi on the heater pic the other week. That was a good one, right? Wasn't that a good one? I like that picture. But not the asshole. Thank you. Thank you very much for the donation. Whole two pictures. There were 3. Excuse me. And I posted more, right? Right? Why not? Mimi on main. Yeah, it was Mimi on main. I was like, I thought to myself, I was like, wait, if I don't use my like main account except for like tweeting stream notifications, like what the hell am I gonna use it for? So oh my god, yeah, it hasn't been a lot, but I mean, they exist. They exist. They're there. That's more pictures than I take of anything else in my life. You guys, I have let's see. Let me see. Since I got my new phone, I literally got a Google Pixel, and it has like a super good camera, and I haven't taken any pictures because I don't take pictures. Let's see. Let's look at my pictures. What have I taken so far today? Since I got this phone, I've taken 3 pictures. I've taken 3 pictures and they're all Mimi pictures. You guys, I've taken 3 pictures since I got my phone a month ago. Oh yeah, dino earrings. Yes, next time I dig them out because I threw them into my my jewelry box and they're drowned in there. So next time I get them out. Yeah, I literally have 3 pictures and they're all of Mimi, and I posted one on Twitter. Isn't that crazy? 3 pictures, you guys, and I've gone out. I've seen people. I've done things. I've eaten food, and I don't take any pictures. It's just how it is. It doesn't occur to me. I have dreams of you sending Phoebe pictures. I'm waiting for Tokimori. Tokimori has been, because I am probably gonna have to leave her at home for a few months, and my mom is terrified. She wants me to find. I'm gonna try to find. I'm gonna try to ask some friends and see if any of them will like take her for a little bit, because I don't want to have to move her and all of my stuff at once. But my mom, she is dreading. She literally said the other day, she was like, you know what I was saying the other day? You know what I thought the other day? I thought, if you get rid of your cat, then I'll get you a dog. What? And I said, no. What? That's crazy. I know. Isn't that crazy? Blasphemy. I know. That's kind of messed up. I know. She's the asshole. Am I the asshole when I said no to my mom when she said, if you get rid of your cat, I'll get you a dog? Yeah, I was like, no. How about both? Yeah, I was like, I'll keep the cat. You can also get me a dog. No, I didn't say that. I said I don't want a dog. I don't want a dog because I still like travel too much, and I think like finding someone to take care of a cat is actually a lot easier than finding someone to take care of a dog. Maybe not in my hometown, but like here, just because everyone has apartments and like I don't know, like just like cats they're a lot more low maintenance. Like I can leave Mimi for like a night if I need to. Like if I really needed to go somewhere or do something, I could leave her for a night and like she'd be completely fine. But yeah, with a dog, like dogs are a lot more needy, and I'm not the kind of person who has like a good enough schedule to like, okay, time to go to walk every day, time to do this, time to do that, So I really don't want a dog at this point in my life. I love dogs, but I don't want one right now. Cats are easy, yep. The reason why cats are more popular than dogs in Japan. Yeah, they're easy. They're super easy. My mom's 2 reasons for not wanting a cat were they shed, which I honestly I cannot deny this fact, because yes, cats do shed. The hair does get everywhere. I know it irritates my sinuses. I get it. It's all over my clothes. Yes, I understand. I get that one. But my mom, with her other reason, she was like, they're scary. She was like, they're scary looking. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, it's like cats are scary. What do you mean? Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna try to I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, especially being lazy. Yep, that's me. The big black dog, someday, maybe. Cats think they're scary. Yeah, they definitely do. And if you fall into that, yeah, I can understand that as well, because I kind of thought cats were really unsociable and like not like I liked the concept of cats, and like I would go to cat cafes and like really enjoy being around cats, but I had never met a cat that was really affectionate. But now I have one that's really affectionate and I really enjoy it. So, I don't know. I think Mimi's a tiger. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think my mom has ever met a nice cat before. But I don't know, but my mom doesn't really love animals in general, so that's also probably why. I think dogs are scarier. Yeah, a lot of people do think dogs are scarier because they're a lot more like dangerous too. Most just go blep. Yeah, my cat goes blep. She's not my cat. The worst, I guess I have some like scratch like barks from when she like scratch me pretty bad at a point, but like I know how to handle cats better now, and I'm like, yeah, it's easy. It's easy now. So yeah, they take time to warm up to people. Yeah, Mimi's really good though. I had people over, and she made a friend so fast. She was so fast. She was on the floor. She was on the floor on her stomach, like rolling around on her back. No, on her back, like rolling around. Yeah, no. And the guy, he was like, oh, I like your cat. She's like a dog. Because she's just like, she loves people. She rolls around. She loves being pets. She loves pets, and she loves food, you know. Sometimes cats distract you. Yeah, that's true. And Mimi always sleeps on top of me. Like, she sleeps on, like, my stomach and stuff. I don't know, she likes to be close. She gets under the covers, sleeps in, like, the crook of my arm. Like, she's cute. I don't know, what's scary about that? What's scary about that? Oh, Tokimori cooks enough. Yeah, real. As long as you give, like, Mimi loves you as long as you give her food and, like, scratches, you know. Some dogs are way more temperamental. Yeah, honestly. Got a real dog of a cat. I do. Yeah, and I really like it. She's so affectionate. She's so cute. You can't, I don't know. Like, I've had a lot of, like, I don't know. Like, I also have not had great experiences with cats before. Like, I think Iku's cats were the first cats that I met that I was like, whoa, these cats are, whoa. Like, they let you pet them. They come and, like, sit next to you. Whoa. They come and sit on you? What? Like, I had never experienced that. Because even cats at, like, the cat cafes, they're not super affectionate. Unless you have food. But, yeah, I was like, wow, I didn't know cats could be so nice. And then I got one, and I was like, damn, they're just like, kind of stupid, fluffy balls, you know? It's good. It's that Barbie movie. Oh my god. Freaking, I forgot the dog, or, yeah, I forgot the cat's name. The barking cat. Okay, anyway, I need to start talking. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hear about Mimi and Iku's cats. I want to get a cat too. Yeah, I would recommend it, honestly. Like, I never thought I would be converted to, like, a cat over dog person, and I don't think I have technically been, but if I were, like, owning wise, I will probably, now that I have had the experience of having a cat, like, I think I'll probably own cats for the rest of my life. Maybe not, definitely not more than, like, 2 at a time though. Like, I'm not that, like, I'm not that capable. Yeah, I'm not that capable, but I will not end up as a crazy cat lady, but I think that I will own cats, like, now. Like, cats are probably gonna be my go-to. I still love dogs, but I don't know. I probably won't own one until I'm, like old. And have nowhere else to go, no more things to do, you know? Thank you for the super chat. Arigato, good morning. Thank you. The cat lady, oh no. 3, then 4, then 5. I kind of hope not, actually, but Dingo says being a bridesman was one of the highlights of my life. Oh, I know that wasn't really the point of the last story, but don't be afraid to break some boundaries. Yeah, it doesn't have to be gendered. I mean, I think OP is right about saying that. Like, why does it have to be gendered? Like, stand with the people you want to stand with. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a brother. Like, why exclude your brother from your side of the podium, from your side of the stage because, like, he's a man, you know? Like, yeah, bridesman. That sounds really fun, you know. I would like to hear more about that. I love hearing about people's, like, weddings, and, like, I never want a wedding, but I like hearing about people's weddings, and I would love to go to one. I've never been to a wedding, or, like, I've never been to a wedding as an adult. So I'd love to go to one. I'm going to my brother's wedding this year. I hope I find it about the asshole story. Yeah, you can write it. You write it to me. Her friend group hasn't been marrying yet. No, not at all. I have one friend who's married, but they didn't have a wedding. I asked my friend, and they were like, "Oh yeah, maybe someday, like someday we'd like to have a ceremony, but not now." I actually have two friends. I have two friends that are married, but yeah, neither of them had ceremonies. They just signed the papers and that was it. I will say they were both international like marriages though, so that's pretty that's pretty that's not always a situation where you can have, it's like it's a little bit less feasible to have wedding ceremonies, so makes sense. Omugito Setsubun. Oh my goodness, I've never celebrated Setsubun. Like, the only time I celebrated Setsubun was in Japanese class when I was little. And in my Japanese class, because they didn't have beans, they freaking threw peanuts, and I was like, oh my god. I literally went up to my a teacher and I was like, I'm allergic to peanuts. Can I leave? And they let me leave. I had to stand outside when they were all throwing peanuts. Oh god. Okay. Oh, but thank you, Diego, for the donation. I'd love to hear about that. I'd love to hear about being a bridesmaid, or like a bridesman, or like a groomsman, or whatever. That sounds fun. I've never, cause I don't know. Despite having a lot of friends, like none of them are married. So, yeah, I literally know two people who are married. Like, close enough to call friends. I don't know. You're part Oni, I guess so. I'm an Oni. I guess. I was allergic. So I literally had to go outside. It was rad. I offhandedly mentioned I should be on the bride side and everyone. Oh yeah, that just makes sense. Aw! Yeah, hey. Break the stereotypes. I only made him honor when. I don't know. That's actually a really good question. Am I ever going to be a maid of honor? Am I close enough to any of my friends that they would make me their maid of honor? I don't know. Actually, I actually don't know the answer to that question. Like, I have a lot of friends, and I think that we're close, but, like, maid of honor close? I don't know. Even, like, Iku, like, I think, like, obviously, me and Iku are, like, super, super close. Like, we're, like, besties, obviously, but, like, Iku has a lot of, like, other friends, too. Like, I don't know if I would be her maid of honor. Like, I don't know. My big brother just married last year in a traditional way. It looks so cool. Oh, that is very cool. I don't know if yes, I consider Iku to probably be my closest friend at the moment. And I also do not have a lot of female friends, so I probably, well, it doesn't even have to be, but it doesn't have to be. I could have like a dude of honor. A dude of honor, but I don't really have any like male friends that are that close either. Like, it would have to be Iku. What about Tomo? Oh, does Tomo want to be a bridesman? He could be if he wanted to be. When I was your age, I was best man twice already. Really? Oh my god. I think Gen Z is cooked. Maybe. Honestly, it might be true, but I think I think it really is like where I grew up. I think it is where I grew up in the crowd that I hung out with. I think maybe. Oh, actually, no. Someone from high school. I know someone from high school who's married. One person, though. Oop. Actually, no, two people, technically. If you include so one of my college friends is married, and two of my high school friends are married. One of them I'm a lot closer to than the other, though. One of them I had to hear from someone else that they were married. The dude of honor. Yeah, I don't know who I would. I don't think I have a dude of honor. Do I? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I can think of like someone who I would make dude of honor. But I would make Iku maid of honor first, I guess. I don't know. Would I be Iku's maid? Would I be Iku's maid of honor? Like, I don't like. I would not be offended. I would not be offended if she said no, because I know that she has a lot of other friends, too. I mean, like, they're just not in Japan. I know they're just like not in Japan, but I know that she has a lot of other friends, so I don't know. Anyway, Meno will be the flower girl. Yeah, definitely. Meno will be the flower girl. That is undisputed. And to ping her on Twitter. I could line message her. Or I mean, if you could ping ping her if you wanted to, but she might not get to that for a little bit. I don't know. Am I the asshole for being upset for being my close friend? Yeah, am I the asshole that my best friend won't make her what? Am I the asshole for making my best friend the maid of honor, but she won't make me hers? I don't think I would not be upset. I'd be like, that's cool. I'd be like, okay, less work for me. Good morning, Dad. Who's getting married? We were talking about like if I was getting. Oh, we were talking about breaking stereotypes in like with groomsmen, like groomsmen and bridesmen and groomswomen or whatever, like breaking those sort of stereotypes. And we were talking about like if Iku got married, I don't know if she would make me her maid of honor, and I don't think I would be upset if the answer was no. But but Meno would be the flower girl. Also, good morning. Let's see. Nanako says, as usual, I love Aoi OMG. Ooh, thank you for this week. Can't wait to see more of you this week too. Yeah, Pepe, please feels dank, man. Thank you, Nanako. I hope are you on a trip? I hope you're having a good trip. Sounds fun. Yeah, it is a Zatsu topic. Dude of honor. Yeah. I feel the Nest Leavers have a lot of leeway when it comes to choosing a dude / maid of honor. Different chapters would like me. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can see that. That's dank, man. That's what it says. I'm almost done with my creamy cocktail too. Let's see. Duber says, is love blind or is it racist? Real. These are my Kamiyoshi streams for my Kamiyoshi. Oh my god, wait, I'm so glad. These are some of my favorites too. Singing karaoke streams and Reddit Am I the Asshole streams are so fun. They're so fun. Cause it's like it's Zatsu like extended. And it's also got some like real talk, you know? It's not just like, oh, by the way, you guys, I ate chicken nuggets 3 days in a row. Like it's like it's a little bit more like nuanced and like interesting and uses more brain power. I like them a lot. It's like the movie Reign of Honor. Oh, has Iku seen that movie? Oh my god, I'm behind on my movies. I keep seeing you guys on Letterboxd. I'm like, oh my god, they're watching so many movies. I've only seen 2 this year. I tried to watch one yesterday, but the completely legal site I was watching it on like died. So I have yet to finish it. Yeah, yo, real. Oh my god, all my nuggies. Yeah, 3 days in a row, nuggies. Yapping with random topics via stories. Yeah. I like that because like you never know what's coming next too. Anyway, there was a worse movie show. Oh, okay. Damn. All right. I did see that. I just saw that she was yapping about movies. Thank you for the donation, Duber. Arigato. Thank you. And then John, thank you for the good morning as well. The good morning super chat. Thank you for the donation. Arigato. And thank you everyone who sent in stuff today. Thanks for voting, everyone. Thanks for reading. Thanks for going on this journey with me. I love Reddit stories. They're so fun. And they're always like, it's always updating too. Isn't that awesome? The fact that they're always updated, there's always a new Reddit story to read. So fun. Love that. You wouldn't download a car? A car? A car? Download? A car? I download a lot of things. I don't know about a car. It was really fun. It was really fun. Thank you for coming, you guys. I'm gonna find someone to raid. I don't know where I am. Is that how it works? I was end up being a little bit more disappointed in humanity. Are you not already disappointed with humanity? Ooh, no one's streaming right now. Oh, it's a Reddit reading. Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't download a car was an anti-piracy PSA. Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I see that Kakapo is streaming right now. Does Kakapo know of my existence? I think she does because she collabed with E. Became a meme about ridiculous. Oh, I've never seen this PSA. Definitely knows. Okay, cool. How existing gives me hope for humanity before returning to life again. It's what again. See? Yodi from FaZe is still streaming. I saw that she was streaming the other day, but I couldn't raid her. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't raid. I could not raid into Yodi, unfortunately. So I guess I will raid into Kakapo. Thanks for making sense of some really, really badly written story. Yeah, it's always like a grab box. You never really know. Are you going to get a story that's actually coherent? Like, maybe not. Okay, last sip of this cocktail was this cocktail. Me saying I made a cocktail, you guys. I literally just put a bunch of stuff in a cup and called it a day. So, but last sip before I finish up my homework and go to bed, I guess. KP everyone. Thanks for joining me today. The cocktail, that's true. That's true. This is a cocktail. It is a cocktail. Okay. All gone. Time to raid. That was really fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow for something. Not me not knowing what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll play Cook Serve Delicious tomorrow. That's always fun. Alright, you guys. I love you a lot. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thanks for reading Reddit stories with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Also, thanks for coming. The best. I know. I saw that too. I saw that too. You can go read that on your own time. I might also take a look at that when I'm done. Alright, guys. Also, thanks for coming today. また明日会いましょう。何をするかわかんないけど、また明日会いましょう。ビクサイ先生、ありがとう。来てくれて。はい、お疲れ様でした。バイバーイ。I love you guys. もわもわ。バイバーイ。